Okay. Now we're in chapter 10. Genesis talks about nations descended from Noah. These are the generations of the sons of Noah. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth: Gomer, Magog, Medea, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Titus. The sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, Riptah, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan: Elijah, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodom. From these the coastlands peoples spread in their lands, each with his own language, by their clans and their nations. The sons of Ham: Cush, which is of course Ethiopia, Egypt, Put, which is of course Libya, and Canaan, which is Israel today. The sons of Cush, which is Ethiopia: Seba, Havilah, Sadah, Ramah, and says Sabteka. The sons of Ramah: Sheba and Dedan. Sheba is of course Yemen today. Cush, which is Ethiopia, fathered Nimrod. He was the first on earth to be a mighty man. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord, the beginning of the kingdom was Babel, Iraq, Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From that land he went to Syria, or northern Iraq, southern Turkey, the border there, and built Negev, which is in northern Iraq today. Rehoboth, Kala, and Rezin, between Negev and Kala, that is the great city. Egypt fathered Ludum, Ananum, Lehebum, Naphtulum, Parasarum, Kazalum, from whom the Philistines came. Now, the Philistines, of course, are the modern-day Palestinians today. You find out later on that Israel actually got to the land first before the Palestinians got there. Israel, like I said, came into the land, took over the land. The Palestinians actually came from the island known as Crete today, which is a part of Greece now. But the Philistines are the modern-day Palestinians of the day. Moving on, it says, so I left off at, let's see, okay, where to leave off? Well, okay, it says, and Cadron, Canaan, which is Israel today, fathered Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusites, the Amorites, and the Gershites, Amorites, this is in Gershites, the Hivites, the Arkites, the Sinites, the Harvadites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathites. Afterward, the clans of the Canaanites dispersed, and the territory of the Canaanites extended from Sidon in the direction of Gegar as far as Gaza. That's the Gaza Strip today. And in the direction of Sodom, Gomorrah, which is around the Dead Sea, Admah, and Zeboim as far as Lasha. These are the sons of Ham by their clans, their languages, their lands, and their nations. To Shem also the father of all the children of Eber, the elder brother of Japheth, children were born. The sons of Shem: Elam, Asher, Pakshaz, Lud, Arum. The sons of Arum: Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Pashad fathered Shelah, and Shelah fathered Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided. And his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan fathered Amadad, Shelith, Hazarmatheth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzkal, Delath, Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobah. All these are the sons of Joktan. The territory in which they lived extended from Mesha in the direction of Sephar to the hill country of the east. These are the sons of Shem by their clans, their language, their lands, and their nations. These are the clans of the sons of Noah, according to their genealogies and their nations, and from these the nations spread abroad the earth from the flood, or after the flood. So basically, everybody that came, all these people, all these clans that of course came out of the sons of Noah, basically took over the world. You know. Anyway, now this I have a map I'm going to show you real quick. This is the table of the nations. Now, of course, I've got plenty of time. This map shows Europe. You got the Caspian Sea, Black Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the Red Sea, the Persian Gulf, Asia Minor, Asia Asia Minor, that is of course Turkey today. Asia Minor, Turkey today, has Tubal, Meshech, Togarmah, Rahadum, Javan. You have Kittim and Elisha. That's Cyprus today. Tyrus is Italy. Tarshish is Spain. Let's see here. Magog, Gomor. Magog is southern Russia. Gomor is also part of southern Russia today. Ashkenaz, that's also around the Russian-Turkey border. Mash, which would be northern Iran, or actually northwest Iran. Badai is northern Iran. Elam's Iran. Asher is, of course, Iraq. Nimrod is Iraq. You had Arphaxad, that was the Iraq-Saudi Arabian border. I'm trying to go through these real quick so you can understand. You have Heth. Heth was of course from that would be northern. That would be on the Lebanon Turkey border. Arum is also there. Zemarites, the Zemarites, Arvadites, Hamathites. That's all Lebanon. So is Sinites, Archelites, Sidon, Hivites, Gersholites, Jebusites, Amorites. That's all a part of Israel today, also part of Jordan today. So you got Canaan. Uz is part of Saudi Arabia. Dedan's Saudi Arabia. Put was a part of Egypt, which is Put is of course Libya today. You had Lehelum, which is Egypt. Neptalum is also Egypt. And you had Egypt, of course. You have Parshan, which is Egypt. Cush, which is Ethiopia today. Now, when you zoom in southwest Saudi Arabia, you have Ramah, Havilah, Sheba. Sheba's, of course, Yemen today. Uzal, Hazarmam, Sabdat. That's all part of southwest Arabia, which is a part of Yemen today, and also some parts of Saudi Arabia. Seba and Orpha would be, of course, the Horn of Africa, which is, of course, Somalia, those countries. And you have the Gulf of Aden, which is right below Yemen. So when you take a picture of this, also anyway, so basically the descendants of Ham would be Cyprus, Lebanon, and all of Israel, some parts of Syria, some parts of Jordan, some parts of Saudi Arabia, some parts of Yemen, and some parts of Africa, northern Africa, of course. Now, the descendants of Shem would have been on the Turkey-Iraq border. Asher would have been on the Iraq-Iranian border. Mash Elam, that's or of course in Iran today. Arphaxad, that would be on the Iraq-Saudi Arabian border of today. Trying to look for anything else that I missed. Orpha is, of course, that's parts of Africa. Uz is also a part of Saudi Arabia. I'll show you this map. I'm just trying to get it. Lud is also part of Turkey. Well, I'm reading this map so you can understand, and I'll show it to you so you can better understand this. Make sure if I didn't miss anything else. Anyway, you had the descendants of Japheth, and they were mostly from Europe. Yeah, they're mostly all from Europe, and some parts of Cyprus, some parts also of Turkey, also southern Russia, and also those little countries below Russia today. Also, you had some that was from Iran. Like I said, Turkey also. So yeah, I mean, anyway, this is the map of the descendants of Ham, descendants of Shem, and the descendants of Japheth. Actually, they all came from Africa, Europe, the Middle East. So yeah, that's, if you can see this, I don't know how big you can see that. Try to hold it as close as I can. So basically, this is where all this is taking place at, of course, is in the Middle East today. So that's where all this is taking place at, here in Genesis chapter 10. So Genesis chapter 10, this is where this is all taking place at. If you can see all of that. So it's taking place in Europe, of course, all throughout the Middle East, and of course in some parts of Africa. So there you go. Very interesting. Now when you turn the page, you come to it's called the ziggurat. We've got 5 minutes. It says the ziggurat are monumental temple towers found throughout the area of ancient Iraq today. They were commonly built of sun-dried mud and straw bricks, held in positions with bitumen as mortar. Stairways ascended to the top of these structures, where a small temple or shrine sat on the summit. The illustration below depicts the ziggurat of Nana at Ur, which is in Iraq today, which is constructed during the reign of Ur-Nammu from 2113 to 2095 BC. Its area covered 150 by 200 feet, and its height was 80 feet. It is commonly believed this type of structure was built or was being built in the Tower of Babel episode of Genesis 11, which is the next chapter. The text indicates that the builders of Babel had discovered the process of making mud bricks, and that they employed bitumen for mortar. Based on that invention, the builders decided to build a tower with its top in the heavens. Hence why God destroyed the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel was, of course, a ziggurat, and this is what the ziggurat looked like. This is what the Tower of Babel pretty much looked like. It was a ziggurat. Try to hold this the right way if I can. Whoops, fell out of there. Piece of paper. Anyway, that's what the Tower of Babel looked like. If you can see that, it was a ziggurat. Of course, they built these things over in the ancient Middle East back in Genesis chapter 10. So that's what the Tower of Babel looked like, or the ziggurat. Very big, massive temples. Yeah, and the reason why God destroyed the Tower of Babel is because they were trying to build it up to heaven to be with God, and God said no, and God destroyed it. So anyway, that's what the Tower of Babel looked like, or the ziggurat, as we know. Anyway, chapter 11 is next, the Tower of Babel. I'll be right back.